Well, we're back in the Good Life kitchen and we have our Good Life chef Ben back again.
How are you, Peter?
I'm well, thank you. Thanks for coming back.
Not a problem.
Now, I'm excited about today because I think you were going to prepare something today that I actively avoid.
You told me that earlier, yes.
So I'm looking forward to seeing how you do this and perhaps having a crack at it back at home myself.
Well, I think you'll enjoy this one.
Okay.
Well, today I've got a grilled chicken and mushroom and leek risotto. A very simple dish to make, a variety of ingredients, which you can probably see in front of you, which might look a bit daunting, but is actually very simple to put together.
That's what we want. We want to keep it simple. All right, what's first?
Let's go. We'll get the pan hot. So we'll just start with a little bit of butter. Okay, we'll just melt that down. Okay. Now, with risotto, it's basically all in one pot. So the beauty of it is, again, it's all in one pot. All the flavors just combine over the cooking period and just meld together. And it takes about 20-25 minutes from beginning to end to finish your risotto.
I love the idea of everything being in one pot.
It's very simple. So I've also got some stock over here, which I've just made earlier on. So it's nice hot stock, and we'll be using that throughout our cooking. So,
is that chicken stock?
Yes, it's just simple chicken stock. Now you can either make it yourself, you can buy the chicken stocks from the shop, whichever you prefer.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So while we've got the butter going, now I can just throw some onions in. Okay. Get the garlic, and I'll crush the garlic.
We don't do many meals without garlic, do we?
I like garlic.
So do I.
I was brought up with garlic, and I think I've continued that on into my adulthood.
Yes, and pass it on to your own children.
Well, yes, yes. So, and I've got a little bit of thyme here, so some fresh chopped thyme, and I think that just livens up the risotto. It just adds that little bit of different character risotto and a little bit of chili. Okay.
Got to have the chili.
So while we're doing all this, so we'll just get all the ingredients, and as the butter warms up, it'll just soften the onions. Okay, and we'll give that about a minute or two. So we've got the onions going, so Peter, now it's time to add the leeks.
Yes.
Soften the leeks up. So these also just impart that nice sweetness to the dish. Okay, and while we're doing that, I'll get you to grill some chicken. So
with pleasure.
Turn on burner there. Put the chicken here. Now with our chicken, just a little bit of seasoning and not too much oil. We just want a little bit of oil just to start it off. So, and some salt and pepper. So I'll get you to look after that.
No
so when
worries.
that pan gets hot, Pete, just whack that on and get it going.
Okay.
So,
these are chicken thigh fillets.
chicken thigh fillets, skin off.
Yep, my favourite part of the chicken, I have to say.
It is a bit juicier than the breast, but you can use breast just as effectively.
Yep. How's that?
So there you go, perfect. At this point, I'll add some white wine. Okay, just a little bit. And I'll add my rice. Okay. So, as we stir that in, we want the rice to be coated with the butter. Now this is the stock, okay? So as we add our stock, we do gradually, okay? So a little bit of time and we let the rice absorb the stock, okay? And at this point, we'll just bring it up to the bubble. Give it a bit of a stir.
Are you going to use all that stock?
Pretty much,
yeah.
Pretty much, so. And this is where we just turn it down.
So that rice is absorbing, as we talk now, that rice is absorbing the wine, the juices from the pan, and the chicken stock.
That's correct, yeah. So I've got a number of things now we're about to add. So in order, pumpkin's a bit firmer than peas, so we add that earlier. So at this point, I'm just going to add some pumpkin. So with the mushrooms as well, it then adds that earthy flavour to it. So at this point, I'll be adding some mushrooms, and I've got 4 varieties of mushrooms here. So I've got some shiitake, some Swiss brown, some enoki mushroom, and some oyster mushroom. So you can add any mushroom. If you can only get button mushrooms, add your button mushrooms. But I've got a variety. It'll give us some texture and a different look in the dish.
And so each of those mushrooms have a slightly different flavour?
They do, they do.
Nice.
And they all mix together nicely, so. And I want some of that mushroom flavour to come out as all this is cooking out. A little bit more stock.
Right. You wouldn't add any more white wine at this stage, would you?
No, that's
so
it.
the rest of that white wine's for drinking, is it?
That's for you, Peter. That's for you. All right, so Peter, the stock's being absorbed slowly by the rice.
Yep.
So, and we've got our pumpkin in there and our mushrooms. So now it's time to just add our peas. So, again, adding another dimension in the flavour and the texture and the look. All right, we'll just grab the chicken now, Peter, and we'll slice that up and get that into the risotto. Just basically just a nice slice.
Fairly thinly sliced.
Yeah. Enough for everyone to have a bit of chicken.
Yeah. And it's beautifully moist too.
There you go. So you can see that
Very nicely cooked, if I don't say so myself.
You've done a great job. You've outdone yourself. Now it's time to finish off our risotto. So there's a couple of things we use. A bit of Parmesan cheese.
Love it.
Okay. And people are going to hate me, but a little bit more butter just to finish
I
off.
won't hate you.
Okay. So that's all ready to go. One last thing before we finish up. I've got some parsley here. Nice fresh parsley. Really rustic. Just chop it up. Get it in there.
Mixed in?
Yep. Mix it in. And you can smell that freshness.
Oh, you certainly can.
Okay. And we're ready to go. So
Right,
if you
what do
grab
we
the
need?
plate. You see the stock in there?
Yeah.
It's not dry. It's a nice moist dish.
And it looks unbelievably healthy.
There you go. So a little bit more Parmesan for the top.
Yeah, I like that.
Very
that.
simple. Grilled chicken and leek risotto.
There's only one thing left to do.
I knew you were going to say it. Let's get stuck into it.
I get a bit of mushroom.
I might follow suit, mate.
That is just so full of flavour.
And you can see it's not dry. Nice
No.
bit of liquid in there, bit of stock. The flavours are all there, all the colours,
Yep, absolutely.
all the healthiness of the
Absolutely
vegetables.
delicious.
Beautiful.
Healthy. That is a wonderful meal. And look how much we've got. As you said, 400 grams of rice. Is that
That's
what it was?
correct.
Hardly anything. Simple ingredients. Took 20 minutes to cook.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I think you've done it again, Ben. Well done, mate.
Not a problem.
Thanks very much.
My pleasure, Peter.
See you next time.